Hello, today I am here at the Poo Poo Pee Pee, so I am going to show you how to set a booby trap for somebody. And it's really don't hurt no one, it's just kind of a funny booby trap. And just so you know, I am unanimous. So, okay, let's begin, alright? First thing what you're going to do is you're going to use this thing right here to spray someone, alright? And you have to set the trigger. So, people say, well, what about if I just use rubber bands, right? Well, as you can see, the rubber bands have different colors, and because of that color right there, if you had a white rubber band, if that was white plastic, that'd be all right. But being how it's not plastic, it's metal and it's silver, you don't want to do that. So instead of using rubber bands to draw attraction to the booby trap itself, we will use queen wrap, right? And so what you do is you get the clear queen wrap here, like so, any brand will work. And you whip a little piece off here, like so. Now you want it to go around the whole thing so that it looks, you know, right. It's important when you come down here to open it up like so. And you want to fold your edges in so it's kind of a straight edge on there. If it's all coming off the side, it's going to look like crap, and the jig is up. You're not going to fool anybody, and someone might see it. Now, so you don't have to be perfect, but you want to get it as square, rectangular as you can. Okay, now, when you grab your handle, on this particular model, this is the trigger mechanism. It pushes in from the bottom, right? And common sense tells you E equals MC squared, as I discussed before. So you want to make sure it's dry. You want to take your queen wrap and start in the middle. Push in the button like so, and bring the first edge over like so, right? Then, make sure that it goes around, and that the trigger mechanism is still pushed in. It's very important. And tightly wrap this tightly so that the trigger works. If it's not tight enough, it's not going to work. Now, as you come around, you want to make sure that the overlayment and your seal is on the back side, like so. Not in front, not on the side, but in the back of this device. Then, what I do is I get a lighter, and I lightly heat up the plastic, like so, and tap it down. Be careful not to burn your finger. And heat it up a little bit. And there you have it. Now, you look at it, you say, well, this looks a little screwy right there. So, I kind of pull this over here. You don't have to be perfect, like I said, because it's a surprise. The element of surprise. Sometimes, you can just melt that down a little bit too, make it a little tighter, like so, making it flat. Again, it don't have to be perfect because, as you can see, it kind of blends in. People don't, the brain does not work unless you have the pen, right? So you put it back in the proper position, aiming it toward the person, because most people stand in the middle of the sink. Now, you want to swing this over this way, or this way. I prefer to have it about right here. That way they're looking at it because they're going to touch that, right? Also what you might do, if it's much dirtier dishes right here, you can create a distraction by using a paper plate, or a plate right here, and something with a bright color, because the brain is going to see this bright color, and somebody's going to say, why is there a paper plate or a plate with something right there? You kids know better than that. So that's what they're looking at. The brain doesn't think as fast, right? Unless you already understand E equals MC squared, but most people don't. So what's going to happen is they're going to have this here, and it's better if there's more dirty dishes. Don't get too busy over here. It'd be too much of a noise. But instead they're going to go like this and, uh-oh! Poo-poo! There! Isn't that hilarious? Now, people may not make it funny, but there you go. And thank you for watching my program today. And please, don't like this and do not subscribe to my channel. Again, I am unanimous. Thank you.